Okay, so for those who've missed the national team, of course, they're back in action. Sunod-sunod nga di ba? Peace Cup. And then of course,
slash Polino Alcantara,
diba? The first international title of the Philippine national team, no? In 99 years. Akalain mo yun. Gano'ng katagal yun, di ba?
99 years.
Oo, di ba?
Ganun siya katagal.
Di ba? Hindi ba pinapanak yung mga lolo natin, di ba?
Kasi 99 years nga.
Oo nga, kaya nga. Naniniguro lang.
Okay.
Okay, so what's next? Oo nga, syempre
By the way,
pala.
We have
for the very first time.
Knighted na to, pare.
Knighted
na to.
Sir
OBE na yan.
Sir Roy Moore.
Sir Roy Moore.
OBE or the Blue Eagles. Sorry. Okay, teka, trabaho muna.
Basta cybercrime tayo ito.
Okay, sorry. So, what's next for the Azkals? Having won the Peace Cup, looking forward to the Suzuki Cup in a month or so. What's next in between?
Roy, bigyan mo kami inside info, Mr.
Bilang
media officer of the Philippine Azkals.
Yes!
Hindi seryoso ang title.
Mr. Roy Moore. Take it away.
There may be some more friendlies coming in. There may be. I think they're looking into bringing in a couple more friendlies. But for now, officially, there's just the training camp in the Middle East. Bahrain and Kuwait will be very good tests for the Philippines.
Especially Kuwait, kailangan natin mawian.
And then Singapore, November 15.
I suppose I heard may Japan training camp din. If I'm not mistaken, meron ba? Because di ba si Coach Santo Gonzalez was mentioning something about the Japan training camp. So,
and they
being the media officer.
After Singapore.
Yeah, after the Singapore friendly, I think they're holding
in between Singapore and the Suzuki Cup.
So, is that a yes or a no? Being the inside information.
I'm not sure if it's official yet, but I think just looking into it.
So
again, media officers aren't privy to inside information.
But they did train also in Japan, I think, in preparation for the Challenge Cup before, right?
Like earthquake.
Oh, yun.
So medyo, wow, intense ano na naman to, dami na naman nilang
hanggang Pasko na naman to, pare.
Sulit, siguro dami na kakainin sa Pasko nito. Sobrang dami ng friendly nito.
Basta ba tuloy-tuloy uli hanggang semifinals? Para may home game naman tayo. Hindi, at least, di ba?
Semis lang. Pero, eto na, so, ang alam naman natin na ito yung, okay, we have the lineup for the matches for the Filipinas, but we all are anticipating more on the Suzuki Cup. So, siguro, rundown na lang. Sino ba mga ka-group natin ba doon?
Nasa Group A tayo. Thailand and Vietnam are grouped with us. Yun yung mga hindi pa natin nakakalaban.
And they're ranked higher than us.
And they are ranked higher.
They are the two nations.
They are the
Southeast Asia.
That's right.
Ano bang rank nila?
Vietnam is 146 and Thailand I think are 131 if I remember right, or 133.
Wow! But I think the highest that Vietnam ever ranked was in the low 90s, no? Mga ganon.
So the low 90s, not
malakas-lakas to.
The last year.
Yeah, but so we haven't played them, of course, since the Vietnam match, no, where we upset them 2 years ago. Wala pa mula nun, pare. Tsaka itong Thailand, we haven't met them. In the other group, meanwhile, yan yung mga nakalaban na natin this past year or so. Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore ang nandun. Wow. So may bungi yan tig-isa sa per group kasi ito yung aakyat from the qualifiers.
And it'll be interesting to see who qualifies. The top one will go to play in the Philippines group.
That's right.
Which means
ba't palakas na lagi ka?
It's possible. It's the most possible. Biggest group possible. You got the top 3 nations and the top qualifier, which will probably be either Burma or Laos, because Laos did very well.
Yes,
obviously in the friendly that never was. Same with Cambodia. That one was stripped off as well.
Parang walang nangyari.
At least for the Philippines, the good thing about the Peace Cup was that it was FIFA standard.
So at least yung mga referees na wala na change
for that one.
Tapos wala naman natanggal si Misa ng ipin.
So hindi po natin guni-guni lahat lang yung nangyari. Peace Cup, totoo po champion tayo.
But anyway, so alam na, okay, sa mga friendies kasi, most probably who's available.
Yes.
Yan.
And nakita natin nung Peace Cup, na wala yung mga sinasabi mo yan.
But I mean, yun yung sa mga friendlies and training camp. But in terms of Suzuki Cup, which is talagang anticipated na, do we expect the same squad as the 2010 minus yung mga, alam nating mga nawala na, kilala natin yun, or is it the same squad as the Philippine Football Peace Cup? Or mixture?
Medyo humint si Coach Vice, sabi niya na don't pine for the same lineup as 2010, but
hindi, definitely kasi unang-una yung coach iba na. Tapos wala na yung right back. Diba? Injured yung central back. Yung captain.
Hindi pa nga nagbabalik.
Diba?
When's Ali expected to be back for that?
Most probably baka
he re-injured.
Baka next year na yun. Most probably next year because he's slowly recovering. From what I've heard and also reading from his tweets, he's taking it slow this time. Kasi Cap, get well soon. We miss you on the pitch. So anyway,
should we?
Yeah. Do we expect the same squad as the Philippine Peace Cup?
Largely, I'd be surprised to see too many more additions. The Philippines are slowly getting more consistent in defence. Neil Etheridge, I think he was expected to be available. I think I saw a tweet earlier saying that he may be available for that, which would be good. He's on loan at Bristol Rovers.
That's right.
So you'd expect him to get regular football there, but hopefully he'll be available for some of that, which would be great. And then, so if you've got Jeffrey Christians, he's made that left back spot.
Yes.
Quality player, very young. And
gusto ko makita kung dumating si Kagara. Paano yung labanan nila sa pwesto. Holy shit! It's like, Jeffrey's like, Dennis is like, that massive left foot of his. Oh my god! So anyway, that's a good place to compete. Pero respect to Mr. Ray Johnson pa rin, di ba? For holding that position for the longest time. Siya yung naging consistent left back natin for the longest time. 5 years, I think. Almost 5 years.
And I'd be surprised if he wasn't available again for the Suzuki Cup, given that he was there last time as well in 2010. So he may well be able to come back for that. I'd expect him, he'd probably have to, given though the way that the coaches are going with this, the management are going, he'd have to join the training camps for that. So if we see him in the training camps, if we see him in the friendlies, we can expect to see him in the Suzuki Cup, but not before then. Rob Gear,
yes.
He wasn't there for the Peace Cup, but hopefully he'll be coming back for these. He's always been a regular, and him and Sabio are first choice. Though Jason now did a really good job at centre-back as well. And the thing that they were liking with the Peace Cup, with the defence, was with Carly and Jason, they were really playing it out from the back. They weren't just getting rid of it, but with Sabio and Gear. But now they've got the technical players in Jason and Carly to play out from the back, with Dermot Onfroy on the right. Who again, with joining Global, Dermot and Matthew Oy, you can expect to see them there.
Pero ito, di ba, nung Peace Cup, si Jason Sabio,
hindi natin masyado nakita,
di ba? So I heard injured daw, a groin injury, I think. I'm not mistaken.
He's got a groin injury, although he's probably left out for more personal reasons.
Yes, may nabasa rin akong tweet na. Iba.
Not just the tweet, again in the press conferences, Vice, he didn't want to get into details, but then he talked for a couple of minutes about why Jason wasn't in the squad.
Saying out of shape.
Yeah, he hadn't trained for 2 months, and also there was a more private matter. He had done something or gone out somewhere where the management didn't like.
So imagination yun na po ko.
Absolutely. So
cybercrime, ingat.
But it's good to see the defense is more solid there. I'd be surprised if there was any more additions defensively.
Yes.
Yeah, I think naman Carly Pakuna yan sa right back.
If it weren't for
either Carly or Onfroy na yan.
In fact, if it weren't for that Taiwanese goal, it would have been a clean sheet all the way through for the defense and for Ed Zacapaño, of course.
Although they will be against better opposition.
Yes,
of course.
They won't dominate possession. They won't dominate things as well as they did. So it all depends on that. Midfield, I guess the biggest question is where the young husbands are going. I mean, to be blunt about it.
Yes.
And
in fact, we're about to ask that anyway.
Because they had said that they weren't available in October, totally in October. So considering this, they said that before, if they suddenly become available, maybe that'll mean they'll be available for the Suzuki Cup as well. Again, it's a question of if they can make themselves available for this, the training camps, etc. Then maybe we'll see them later on. But that's the question, really. Will they be available for those?
Yes, because you know how big of a deal those brothers are to the Suzuki Cup success of 2010, especially Phil.
And the FC Challenge Cup, Golden Boot winner was Phil. So they were a big part of that.
So in terms, yun na yung husband. But in terms siguro of the midfield, for me, I'd want to see, of course,
Schrock, of course.
Yeah.
Stefan Schrock and Jerry Lucena as a defensive midfield. Really cleaned out everything during the the non-existent Cambodia, Lao, and
imaginary
the Singapore match, friendly match before.
That was important.
Let's hope that Stefan Schrock gets sent off again for
Yes,
Hoffenheim then. That'd be good to see.
Or maybe he
Obviously, good luck with your career and everything.
But you can go here, just get suspended. Be yourself there. And go here. And then also Paul Mulders.
Yes,
those
of
three
course.
really. We haven't seen for the longest time Manny Ott.
Manny
So,
Ott, of course.
Who else? Angel Gerard. Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Chris Greatwich. But I think he's declaring himself to be available for
There
the
are
Suzuki
there are
Cup.
some
I think.
rumors that he is coming back.
Yes,
this time.
I think he scored the goal against Singapore to
He
make
did.
it,
The one to draw the
to
game.
draw the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in 2010.
Yeah, so I think, for me,
The midfield's
okay.
packed though.
Yes, exactly.
It's a big.
Okay sana that maraming bata because of the exposure,
Mm-mm.
but this is a different ball game. We're grouped with way
Thailand.
better opponents. So I think experience this time will come into
Of course,
play,
of
diba?
course, of course.
Especially the yung poise and the pressure is really different as opposed to a friendly. So I think with the likes of the old mga veterans talaga natin dyan, like especially I'm not gonna say the young husband. I mean kasama sila doon, and also Greatwich, Schrock, Chiefy, Girados,
Oo.
mga
Even the Girado brothers.
Even
Are
Rob
they coming
Gear,
back, diba?
I think Rob Gear yan talagang and Roland Mueller hindi na natin nakita, tagal na natin hindi nakita.
Oo nga.
So parang ang dami. So for me, hopefully not the same team per se, but maybe also insert the reliable ones talaga na who's really tried and tested in terms of the pressure.
Especially because there should be some element of surprise coming from the Philippine side dito sa Suzuki Cup kasi like we said, hindi natin halos kilala yung mga kalaban natin dyan. The last time we met Vietnam, we were just minnows and they were just, who are these guys, upsetting us on our home pitch, right? And then suddenly,
Ano pa yung Thailand?
lalo na yun. Lalo na yun, di ba?
The Thailand national team plays with Chelsea, plays with Real Madrid. Oh,
exactly.
Wow. So yun na lang. So I think lesson learned na lang siguro, di ba? I mean, lesson learned from all the friendlies and coming from the successes before. Sana may integrate into one solid plan.
Sana
for
naman,
the Suzuki
especially if
Cup,
we're out to prove, di ba, that our
Hindi
2010 semis finish is no
Wasn't
fluke. So for all the updates on the upcoming friendlies, the training camp of the Azkals, and of course
for the career of Mr. Roy Moore as the Philippine Azkals.
for all you know, he's gonna be our correspondent in Thailand in November. Do follow us at FTW Sports.